All right, so we're at the IFA Berlin and we just finished the Acer keynote presentation, and now we're here with these exciting Acer devices. Now we have some hands-on with the brand new Acer Swift Air with a Ryzen AI processor. What's exciting about this device is that it weighs just under 1 kilogram for a 16-inch display, and that's really simply just unheard of and extremely light. And obviously Acer had to make some sacrifices to get to that form factor and weight. So here we have a magnesium alloy chassis, which feels a little bit like plastic and has a bit of flex. However, it still feels decently premium, and the price tag should start at around 1,000 to 1,100 depending on the display configuration. Now from Acer, what we've heard is that there will be an OLED option with 100% DCI-P3 color accuracy, and that will cost you $100 more than the LCD model. You know, here we have the LCD model with 400 nits of peak brightness and a 120 Hz refresh rate, and the display looks pretty all right and has a matte finish. Let's get to the keyboard and the touchpad, and here we must say our initial impression is that it feels a little bit difficult to type on, but maybe it's a matter of getting used to. And here as well, the trackpad, it feels a little bit cheap, a little bit plasticky. However, we understand that obviously you have to make some sacrifices to fit it into this kind of form factor under 1 kilo. Now, the OLED display option will make the whole device weigh around 100 grams more, so you'll be sitting just around 1.1 kilogram. Yeah, so let's talk about the performance a little bit. These devices are packing the Ryzen AI 300 series, either the Ryzen 7 or the Ryzen 5. And the core configuration and GPU configuration also depends. So you either get a Radeon 860M or 840M GPU, and 6 to 8 cores depending on the model you pick. So let's talk about the I/O a bit. Here on the right side we have a 3.5mm audio jack, and that's it. You know, the rest is pretty bare bones. And here on the left side we have a Thunderbolt port. Which Thunderbolt standard it supports, we don't know yet. And here a full-size HDMI slot, which is pretty impressive that they fitted in such a slim chassis. And you know, we have a standard USB port and another USB-C port. And charging will also work through the USB-C port. So ultimately, you only have 2 available USB-C ports, 4 access, which should be more than plenty. Here we have the next-gen Acer Swift 16 AIs, which are packing Intel's new Panther Lake architecture processors. Now, how these will perform remains to be seen, but Intel claims that these will offer great battery life, excellent performance, and improved graphical and AI performance. So we're excited to get our hands on these, but for now you can see that it's behind a nice display case because the details are not really publicly available yet. Intel definitely wants to make their own presentation about it. But you have a extra large trackpad which has force touch or haptic feedback, depending on what you call it. And here, according to Acer, it will support a stylus where you can use the trackpad as a kind of smaller drawing tablet, or you know, for signatures or editing a photo, which we find quite interesting. Otherwise, you have here the usual Swift AI benefits, so an OLED display, a nice keyboard, and the trackpad is obviously one of the bigger upgrades, plus the newer chipset. Thank you very much for listening.